Hello, we are the Chocolates and we went on a busking tour and we filmed it.
Amidst the coronavirus pandemic, we wanted to get out to perform live for people because obviously all the venues are shut. So we decided to do a busking tour, take it out onto the streets instead of waiting for the venues to open again.
As opposed to hiding away and being very insular.
Getting the opportunity to visit some cities we haven't been to in a while as well. For example, the first one we went to was Bristol.
Here we are, Bristol, day one, on the busking tour in Broadmead.
Because we were going to start off staying at my sister's house in Cardiff, but they went into lockdown literally days before we went. So we decided then just to still go to Bristol, but to drive from Surrey to Bristol and then just bus when we got there. And bus outside Barclays, wasn't it? Halifax.
Yes. And the people in Halifax, people that were working there, were really into it and they were dancing a bit in the shop when we were playing. And one lady in particular came out and bought a CD, which was really nice. It was nice to have that support.
Shout out Trevor George, the head of the Bristol Busking Facebook page, for giving us a heads up on the best place to busk in Bristol. You're damn right, mate. It's a good spot. Okay, day one. Bristol busking session went very well. And we're now heading to Oxford to see our friend Willow. Stay there the night and then we will be rocking and rolling in Oxford tomorrow. Just to clarify, we conducted the whole of the busking tour within the socially distant guidelines,
Yes.
As proposed by the government. No rules were broken. Just thought I'd slip that in there.
Yeah.
Especially with the mention of us staying at people's houses and going to dinner with people. We were very careful because we didn't want to mainly jeopardise the opportunity to do it again. We then drove to Oxford to meet our good friend Willow.
And then we went for a Lebanese dinner, which was amazing. Don't think we have any footage of that though, but it was amazing. And then we went back. Well, we had some tea, I think.
Cute.
Willow cares for us in the best way.
I do. Welcome to my home.
And then woke up nice and early the next morning to get out on the streets of Oxford.
Here we are in Oxford. Luke is having an apple. This is where we are.
We started busking.
About 20 minutes in, maybe even less than that, sadly it started to rain. And rained quite a lot. So we hastily packed everything up, went under the cover of the shopping centre, tried to decide what to do, and in the end we decided we're going to have to go home. It's going to rain for the entire rest of the day. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that'll be the end of the rain of this busking tour. So we went back. Well, Jake bought an umbrella because we'd forgotten one, which is now in our busking kit, so we will never forget an umbrella.
I still had the car keys in my pocket or bag or something. So Jake had walked all the way back and I hadn't given him the keys. Whatever, nice
Did get
walk.
to soak up the views of Oxford.
Very nice architecture.
So you only really noticed some details on the second go.
Yeah, definitely. Second watch of a movie is the kind of time when you start picking up the intricacies of the plot points. So that's basically what it was. Headed back to Willow's house,
where her and her lovely housemates made us lunch. But yeah, it was very nice of them. We really appreciated that. So although we only got a couple of minutes of busking, we actually had a really nice experience of being in Oxford. And then we drove to Kingston to my sister Nina's house, well, Nina and Matt's house.
Thank you, Nina, very much for treating us so well with sweet treats and also a very nice dinner and warm house
and very relaxing evening, which kind of fueled us up again. We got onto Kingston High Street very early before basically anybody else.
We're in Kingston today, and we beat the rest of the buskers to the spot.
And set up in what we regarded to be the best spot, which was great. And everything was going very, very well.
Give me the lowdown.
So we were playing in Kingston in the centre, and the string quartet, the infamous string quartet, they play quite loud, and they've started up, and you can now hear strings whilst we're singing. So we don't really want the beef. I mean, last time we went through the beef rigmarole trying to get them to turn down all that stuff, but this time we're just gonna be the peaceful people that we are and just move down the street. But to all you buskers out there, don't play too loud.
But then the even more infamous accordion man turned up, and he pitched up probably about like 10 metres away from us or something.
No, it's very close.
Very, very close. And I thought, he's surely not going to start playing now. I thought what he must be doing, he must be setting up, he's going to wait for us to finish our set, but then he's bag-seeing his spot for when we finish. But then we were literally halfway through a song, and he started playing his accordion really loudly, and it was actually whilst Bryony was doing quite a bit in the song. We had two options: leave Kingston, or I don't know, try and somehow passively physically remove the accordion player. Don't think option 2 is a viable option. So we just left.
We are the chocolates after all.
What is it? Show the camera.
It's a homemade. Is it Snickers?
Snickers.
Sneakers?
Sneakers?
I'm eating a shoe. Snickers Millionaire Shortbread with Rice Krispies as the base. Very nice. Luke and I aren't usually partial to a bit of peanut, but I'm very much enjoying this.
Good review.
We drove down to Brighton. We'd done some research online and found some good spots, and we decided
remembered from when we've gone round the lane shopping, some particular spots that we've enjoyed seeing buskers in.
And then it rained, which was really annoying, and we were like packing all our stuff up because it was raining, and I was like, why is there anywhere like, I don't know, like a bandstand or something like covered? And they were like, oh yeah, there were some pillars, why don't we just go check and see if we can do that? Turns out the pillars were the pillars of the Theatre Royal, which obviously is closed at the moment.
So, and that was, as Bryony said, it was undercover, which meant that regardless of whether or not it was raining, we paid for the parking. We thought we may as well just play out into Brighton. If there's no one there, who cares? At least we've done it.
So how did that go, Bryony?
Brighton. See you in Brighton. Was great, and it didn't rain. Well, it did rain, but we didn't get wet. So we did the full set. Finally, got a full set done, and it went really well. And I think the people of Brighton were happy we were here. I was certainly happy to see the people of Brighton.
So then we went home from Brighton, back to our homes again, and the next morning was our regular busking spot in Guildford.
Day 5 of our busking tour, the final day. We are now in our home turf, Guildford. It's great to be back. We have managed to get just under the clock tower, which means that if it rains we'll be fine. And it's opposite the gorgeous looking pillars that are over there, and the very historic old high street looking good as usual. It seems very busy, it's very good. So hopefully it will be a good end to the tour. Rock and roll.
There's lots of energy from the people that were out and about in Guildford. Really busy, and quite a few of our friends came down to watch us play, which was really nice. It was really nice that on that one, the hometown one for us, people came out to watch it like they would a gig. It was great that we'd essentially managed to put on a gig in Guildford, but it wasn't compromising anyone in terms of the coronavirus. Yeah. It was really felt like kind of like they do in actual tours where you have your hometown show last. It was like, oh, okay, cool. Now we're in our hometown. We were really rehearsed because we've been playing all week, and yeah, that was definitely, I think, our favourite slot of that week.
Right now Luke's carrying a cajon, a cube amp, stands. I've got a hard case, got an amp on my back, and our little bag of clothes and stuff. Riley's off getting the car. We've got the operation down to a T, but it is very heavy. My back is definitely taking its punishment on this week. We'll be ripped by the end of it, so it'll be worth it.
So that concluded the whole week's worth of touring. It on the whole went really, really well. It was really good to get back out doing a tour. Yeah, and worth mentioning, thank you so much to Willow and Nina and everybody else that helped us along the way to make sure that we could do it, and also do it safely with all the coronavirus stuff. And thank you very much to anybody who lobbed us a couple of quid on the way. And hopefully we'll do it again. Maybe a full tour when the weather gets a bit warmer again, or hopefully an actual tour. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows what's going to happen?
So see you probably on the streets of Guildford, if not any other surrounding areas, over the next couple of months. Maybe singing some Christmas songs. Who knows? Thanks, everyone.
Goodbye. Great. Done.